This is a video on how to make T-handle on a budget. First, you will need to take some Lawnboy handle, just like this one. I'm sure that you have plenty of them. First, sorry for the video and my big French accent. Okay, so as you can see, this is the upper handle. What you do is you cut it right in half, too, just like that, and that will make, sorry, the upper part of your handle, just like that. It's not at the perfect angled as the original one, because the original one has a little bit of curve here, and this one is straight, as you can see, but it handles better, and it's a little bit longer, but if you are tall like me, you won't mind. So you take that part here, you put it in a vise to crush it, as you can see on this one here. Take a good vise, because I broke mine trying to flatten that, and if you take a hammer, it will leave some very big scars. And after that, you take the lower part right here, the lower part, and you cut it right about there. Okay, leave a little bit more metal and you can cut it afterward. So you cut it there, and then you have the lower part of the leg, but the original one is straight, and you need about 5-degree angle. So if you want to bend it and without leaving marks, you take the straight pipe and you go underneath the tire of your car or a van, something like that, and you pull up to bend it just like that. Okay? If it's not perfect, it's alright, because they are very rare, and if you really want some T-handle and you don't have the budget to buy one, and this is Lawnboy handle, so it will be Lawnboy steel, so it's almost like original. This one is broken, but I don't mind. I will make some new one. After that, what you'll have to do is try to weld the two together, just like this one. This is the original. The weld is better on those one, but since it's not original, you will see the weld right up here and underneath. So okay, the middle part is about 3.5 inches, but since it's not the original one, sorry, the metal plate here, the reinforcement, it will have to be welded inside of that. It won't be a very pretty job, but like I said, it's on a budget. The best way is to put the lower one on the mower, and with some vice grip you can clamp the two together. With the top one welded, just clamp with some vice grip on those one to have the correct angle here. sorry for the vid. I have to hold my iPad and trying to think what I'm saying in English. If it was French, it would be very easier for me. But since I'm not good in English, so bear with me. Thank you very much. And I will try to weld a couple of things and I'll get back to you. Just a little tack to make sure that if you have to cut it, you won't damage the handle. What I did is put the handle flush with the lever at 90 degrees, and afterward I have put the lower part of the handle and locked it with some vice grip to have the right distance. And afterward you put 2 vice grip on the handle and trying to put that part here in the middle, right here. This is the middle of the mower. Try to put that in the middle. You just have to move that part from that part, you know, upper or down to make the center where you want. Don't forget, they are not perfect, but it will do the job. And if you do a good job, nobody will notice except us. So just put 2 holes in the original one. After that you can take off the vice grip, and then you can move that part to make sure that they are straight. Then you look down the handle. As you can see, the left one is little roundish right there. Oh. A little too much. You know what I mean. It's almost straight, but no handle are perfectly straight. So even if you weld it, you can always, you know, push on one side like a motorcycle. And you know what I mean. You probably have that crooked handle in once in your life. And when everything is straight, you can probably, excuse me, take a piece of cardboard and you put it right here, and you trace it from from here. You can trace it to have the correct angle. After that you can weld it across. Here I will, when the handle is almost straight, I will drill a new hole here to have it just like the original one. And the upper part is on the outside of the lower part. See, as you can see, the original one don't have a weld. Probably it's a spot weld. And I will try to mimic that too. I don't know what H and I mean, but H, I don't know. But I'll try to mimic that with a Dremel. So the next part will be to make the plate here. Oops, sorry, so much thing on the floor. I have too much project going on. So there's my gravely tractor for the winter with my snow plow and Arian's mower, snow thrower, and this is my big gravely snow blower. But for now it's Lawnboy time. This is a project. This one is done, and the other project is right here. So I will make that part and I'll get back to you. After the handle is perfect like you want it, what I did is I have my 3.5 inch from there to there, okay, and the brace will go right on the tube, not on the flat spot. So I took a pair of vice grips, just eyeball the level, sorry. It won't be perfect. As you can see, this part is higher than that part here. It's not machine made, you know, it's handmade. I'm not a professional on anything, but you know, it will be yours. You've made it. So I have put some mark inside the cardboard, and I will take the lower part, lower part here, and transfer it just like there, like that. Now that the template has been made, just take a correction pen just like that. Just have to make sure that it's working. Okay, and then you trace it all the way like that. And since it's white, you will see it very well with the cutting disc. So see you after cutting. I'm going to show you how I bent this. Put it where you want and then try to lift. Just take the tube and put it under the tire, and then you lift it at the angle that you want. Okay, the template is now welded. If you don't have a very good welder, or just like mine, a flux core that is projecting a lot of metal, I did the tack from underneath. This will be the upper side, the side that you see. So I didn't want to have some ugly weld right there. The original one, you don't see them. So I tacked it from the underneath and made a couple of passes. As you can see, my weld is not very good, but for a flux core, it's not very powerful. It's only 140 amp. Since it's a flux core, you can see the projection. So you take a angle grinder, just like that one, and you take a flappy disc, a sanding flappy disc, and you polish all the metal to make sure that you don't have any projection. And if you want, you can weld shut the hole that are from the original handle, and I will leave only the last one. Those three will be plugged. Don't plug the hole here, okay? You know, the triangle one is to make sure that there's no water inside or something like that. So I will plug the hole that I don't need, and after that I will polish it with the flappy disc. And afterward, I bought this on Amazon. Since the tube is bigger than the original, since the tube is bigger than the original one, those handles are very expensive. You have to make them special order, and you can find some on the internet. But since the tube is bigger, those are just bicycle handle that I bought on eBay. And here in Canadian money, it cost me with the shipping $12. So it's the best that I can do to look like the original one. Those one are not, they don't have finger, sorry, those thing. But you can choose any kind you want, any color you want. You just have to check for the bicycle handle on Amazon or eBay. So next step is polishing. This is the flappy disc that I was talking about. And if you have a hair compressor, this is a pad made by 3M. It's called Scotch Brite. And you can fine-tune the polishing with that. So that's the underneath of the weld. Oops. Focus is not good, but the hole are plug right here and inside there. And there you have it, folks. Brand new homemade one. That thing is lower, but who's checking that? So there you have it. Even the original one is not perfect, you know, with the years of abuse. But at least it's a very, very good substitute. And I know that you out there are very handy with your hands. If you don't find the parts, you'll have to make them. Just like the restoration of cars, you have to make your own parts.